Hello footies, and thank you for joining us once again for FUT in Review, where we've been bringing you leading analysis and opinion on all things FIFA and EAFC since 2019. Today's show is proudly brought to you by FUTcoaching.com, your number one place for you to get better at FC24. Also, if you want to help support this show directly, please consider joining our Patreon at patreon.com/FUT in Review. You get a range of benefits, including exclusive merchandise, coaching discounts, and much, much more, including ad-free access to the show, which means you won't be hearing this very advertisement. However, we realise that times are tough, so simply leaving us a 5-star review wherever you listen to us will be greatly appreciated, as it helps the show grow. We'd also like to thank our Skybox holder, Peter, for his exceptional support. Now, let's get to today's show.
Hello, foodies. We are into the second week of FC Fantasy Extinct Edition, and this week the servers for many have been anything from a fantasy like either. But has the content been any good? We'll discuss it all tonight. Of course, we talk about the cup, which has been taking over many people's lives, and tonight's show will feel like a former extinct podcast. So that fits the theme perfectly. My name is John and I'll be your host for today, but I'm not alone. Joining me is the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. FC24 database, the forum master himself, and I promised him a crowd to welcome him. It's none other than Ingve.
Hello.
Calm down, guys. Calm down.
Thank you.
A promise is a promise. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing very well now. I got really happy with the great reception. So thanks for that. Really happy to be
sitting here
here
with 25 people in my office.
Yeah.
It's like what?
It's expensive to hire all those clapping.
This is one expensive show, though, but all for you, my friend.
Thank you.
But hey, Ingve, we are not alone. At last, the return of a podcasting legend, the man that got me into podcasting in the first place, my former gaffer from the What the FUT podcast, Mr. Tinfoil Hat himself. It's none other than Steve. Hi, Steve.
Hello, John. Hello, Ingve. When you did that introduction for Ingve, I just had the image of, do you know Bender with the applause sign? Do you know? From Futurama.
We have our own Bender here with the sign.
Yeah. He has I just had imagined him doing that, but unfortunately he didn't have an applause sign. So.
Next time.
There we are. Next
we'll do
time,
a live show in Crete. We have someone with the sign walking around saying clap or silence or sit.
Yeah.
How's life been treating you? And for people that don't know you, Steve, give us a little introduction, shall we?
Yeah, so I am a former FUT podcaster who just now sort of casually plays weekend league every week. So I don't really get a lot of time to play FUT because I've got a little one. So I'd say that I'm like mid-range FIFA player compared to a lot of others. But I'm like still well into it, do you know what I mean? But not as like much as like some of the people that are complaining about content, etc., etc.
You and me. Ingve, he's talking about you and me.
No. You're not the only ones, don't worry.
We're not too complaining, though. But it's good to have you back on the show. We wanted to do this for a while now. 600 seemed like a good time to do it as any. But then again, we already have one stuffed episode coming up in that one. So this 591, I think, is as good time as any. It's good to have you back on, my friend. You can definitely see you using your camera from the What the FUT days.
Yeah, I know. I've got new headphones, but these are cheaper than my old ones because my old one's broken. I had to buy an emergency set. So
that's what you get when you get kids, my friend.
Yeah.
You either have to lock up your gear or lock up your kids. I'll leave that one to you. Ingve, let's kick this show off, shall we? Because Fantasy Week 1, I have to be honest, it has been a promo with players that are either extinct, players that can be upgraded but are injured. But we did have a cup which everyone enjoyed. But as you know, I don't play too many cups. So this isn't my promo so far. How has your week in FC24 been?
Well, at least I finished the cup and got all the packs.
Just stand away all the people for the applause. Sorry, my friend. We do it again.
Yeah, the cup has been nice, actually. It wasn't too toxic as usual, so I'm not gonna complain about that. It was nice to see different teams and not facing Van Dijk every match as well. So that I actually had some fun even playing that.
Okay, it's you are allowed to actually smile when you say I had some fun as well. 86. I did
who
it
was
for
your best
one
player who was your best player?
golden belly. I know it.
No, in the cup.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna quickly bring up my team here, and the best player I used in that cup, I think, was her name is.
She definitely made an impression.
she said this difficult name. Sorry, Kundananji.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Future Stars, yeah.
Yeah, very cheap and very good. And I can also give a special mention to my right back, the Ice Gunther. He played really well as well, of course. I really like that card.
You've been doing much of the cup, Steve?
Oh, I've done it all. I did it all. So it took me like 3 hours yesterday because I don't play rivals. So I'm in like Div 7. But in Weekend League, I get like 14 wins. So like there's a mismatch in my matchmaking. So I just go 2-0 up and everyone rage quits all the time. So it wasn't difficult for me. But I was probably one of those annoying like Smurfs that people moan about. Like, why is he down here? So most of the games were like 2-0 up in like 10 minutes and quit. It wasn't. So it was really like not stressful for me.
That's awesome.
Really, yeah.
I played one match and I was like, I can't take this anymore.
Yeah, they need to fix the way that they do it. Like, if they're going to do stuff like that, they need to do it like you need to have a friendly rating or something, because you can't have just like dormant beasts lying in like Div 6 and stuff. So
no, Tuesday's show was all about that.
Yeah,
with Daniel and Adam, and they were like, "Yeah, we're a bit fatigued about skill-based matchmaking, especially when you have situations like these ought to be fun cups coming in now." I was a big advocate of maybe having a weekend league with certain ratings like this as well, right? But then this cup came out. I was like, "Oh, it could be fun. Let's try it." I wasn't even able to build myself a team. I only have Fodder or my team left. That's about it. I was like, I'm actually going to spend all the. It's fine as it is currently. So I left it there. Honestly, it's not for me. But everyone I've heard this week is like, this was awesome. Natalie, who is in chat, and if you're a Patreon supporter, you can listen on live and send us a message. He says the cup was the best part of Ultimate Team so far this year. No Van Dijk, no Mbappé's, no Sawas, lots of Balotellis. This was good stuff. So yeah, I think the general consensus is like this, right?
So half my team I didn't realise actually I'd been using up until like Team of the Year. So it wasn't that far from like players I've been using quite a lot. So like Spinazzola. I think that card's really good. Like it's one of the most underrated cards in the game, that card. And I did a Evolutions Dumfries as well, which was really nice.
He's the 85 Dumfries is great as well. The Wild Winter cards, Winter Wild
card, yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
Although I actually tossed him into an SBC as well, so I was like, oh, I have a loan of him. Could be good. Next time I'll save more cards for situations like this.
I used Beats Haaland as well, which I'm surprised I didn't see any of. But
the 87 ones.
87 one, yeah, which is like really quick. And it's really good. And I was like, oh, everyone's going to use him. But no.
I think most people tossed him into an SBC.
Yeah. No, that's it. That's it. And there was a Future Stars Milo was unbelievable in central midfield. Like, really good. I was like, I'm not saying that you should like sell all your players and use him, but like if you're like desperate, he's good. He's like usable.
Yeah, I do think they gave away free Werner this week because in Div 2 or 1, I'm now in 1, I think 95% of the teams I face even have an R9 or Werner, which is a great combination to face as well. That's something that really stood out in Rivals for me.
Yeah, I faced a lot of R9 suddenly the last few days for some reason. In pretty much every second match, I see the R94. And of course, Red Player of the Month 92 or 93 Mbappe as well in the team is also a popular choice still.
Combine that with Team of the Year, Messi's running around still up there. It was like a pretty good week with opposition.
I don't face Messi that much. So,
no, but you don't play Messi either. Let's
no.
talk about that for a second, shall we?
Oh no, it's not. It was like they gave away one of the like trasher Team of the Years.
Yes,
That's what
and
they did.
Ingve has him on the bench.
Yeah, I wouldn't even get in my team.
no.
It's 4-star week for it. Like, what do you want? Like, it's not that quick.
No, he's weak as well, and the way I play, he kind of doesn't suit the way I play on the team. So he's a good super sub when the players are tired, but starting, then I struggle to. I don't skill much, so then the 5-star skill moves is, if I could use that, he would probably be much more effective, of course. But he gets bumped off the ball so easily. Even Baja bumps him off the ball. So yeah. Selma Baja.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say, but I'll toss it in the Spotify on the Spotify polls. Would you use Team of the Year Messi? Yes or no? Let's people answer that one. I think.
Yep. Good one.
Yeah.
Also, Ingve, you created a monster, my friend. I have to say once more, and that'll be the last thing I'll say about it. With total stats comparisons. So this week on the DMs were still crazy. And I thought, okay, but at least it's silent in the Discord until you did a couple of those comparisons. And everyone decided to tag me. Like, hey, did you show this to John? Did you show this to John?
Yeah, they tagged you.
So thanks for that. It's getting really fun. Yeah. Did you compare? I don't even know who the last comparison was. But you had me in tears, my friend. I was this close to actually quitting the game.
I nearly sent you one, John, when I heard about how much you enjoy them. Yeah. I nearly sent you one. My favourite one is compare Werner to Mia Hamm.
No, this one is it. This is the last one Ingve sent, and everyone tagged me in. It's a new Iago Aspas card, 32k versus 95 R9. He's already 11. He's 4-star, mostly explosive against, R9, right? And he's like, oh, look at this difference. Like, I'm gonna it's getting too much.
Pretty much the same player with in-game stats.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Like the dribbling of R9, I'm actually getting into this. The dribbling of R9 is way, way higher. The shooting is way higher. The pace is way faster from R9. R9 has a unique body. It's 5-star.
But it's the legend, Iago Aspas. He's the king of corners from Liverpool FC. That's you can't compare them like that.
Okay. Next topic. What content did we get, Ingve, and is it worth discussing? Or should I ask, are any of the plays which came out tonight actually achievable, or are they all extinct?
Well, I think I want to mention the objectives player, Amin Adli, playing for Leverkusen. He's from Morocco. If you do that and unlock the whole thing, you get 2,500 XP, which is nice. So, and of course, an 87 rated card that, if it's Leverkusen, he should be able to get at least 2-3 upgrades if he plays. I'm not sure. I haven't checked that though, but I think that's a nice objective. You don't have to do anything super special. You just play matches and score and assist goals to unlock him, which is nice. So you probably unlock him by accident anyways, plus the XP, which is nice towards the end of the season. So I think EA did a good thing there.
One of the objectives is having 3 Bundesliga players in the squad, no?
Yeah, but that's not difficult. You can do it in squad battles, which you like so much, so as well. So
this is going to be a heck of a dick show versus me. Thank you, man.
Yeah, I'm using Gunther. I'm using the Alfonso Davies card, and I have the Ito evolution card as well. So it's kind of easy for me to do anyways. And there's lots of good Bundesliga players this year, so you can use. I think it's quite achievable to unlock that card without too much stress, and he could be decent if he didn't have 77 composure. The rest looks quite usable.
I just looked up, and he's played the last 4 games for Dortmund, and he scored a couple of goals. So he might come good.
He just needs to score or assist 1 goal, and then the team will probably, if he appears in 3 matches, the team will just do the rest for him, I guess. So
Yeah.
he would be good fodder, maybe a 90 rated card, you never know, and that's great. Towards an SBC we got released today as well.
No, continue, my friend. Now.
Yeah, we got the Luke de Jong Player of the Month SBC. But it wasn't that one you were expecting. It for 41k could have been a great card if you had agility and balance. Rest is fine. We got the Player of the Month, Lewandowski.
Just to stop you, V, I've got Luke de Jong is great.
Yeah.
Because when you got recyclable, when you do 83 times 10 and get a load of dupe 83s, you stick him all in him, then you stick him in the 88 exchange. You stick him in the 88 exchange, and then it's like you get a load of free cards. Yep. So yeah, that's what he's good for.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not a Luke de Jong fan, of course, but he does have one of the best seasons ever, honestly.
Yeah.
I've seen him play international this year, and I've seen him play, unfortunately, too much. I hope he has an off day this Sunday versus Feyenoord. But I'm afraid he won't. He has become one of those strikers which just scores no matter where he plays. And nothing fancy, but just hat-trick left, hat-trick right. Yeah, easy.
Yeah.
If PSV go unbeaten, do you think they'll get like a load of special cards?
I think they should, right? It's one heck of an achievement, though. So
well, maybe if they go undefeated, they will get something. But one loss, I think no.
Them and Leverkusen both can do it. Yeah. It's mad.
It's crazy.
Insane season. Like, I'm not gonna go into too much details, but Feyenoord has more points than they had last year in the season.
Yeah,
won the season last year, still not even in reach of PSV this year. So we have to win this Sunday to have a little bit of a chance still, but. It's insane. So they have a great season. I won't be sour enough to not admit that. So go Luke de Jong, but don't go this Sunday, please.
Yeah. And then continue to Lewandowski Player of the Month, 92 rated card. Okay-ish, I guess. It's not too expensive, but I kind of wish that they gave him 2 playstyles and maybe 5-star weak foot to make him a little bit more special than he is. But he didn't do that, so I don't think I'm going to bother with that unless I've done every other SBC and have crazy fodder. And he's also lower.
SBCs that are out, I don't think you can do every other SBC anymore.
Well, maybe, I don't know. But it's a little bit annoying that he's lower rated than the is it Road to the Knockouts card? Yeah, that came out in, ages ago, before Christmas. So he gets a Player of the Month card, and it's like -2 rating compared to that one. So
it's so weird. They had an excuse to like give a good card away, and they've just decided not to for no reason.
They could have given a 94 rated card and 2 playstyles. That would be okay, I think, and just raise the price a little bit. But now it's like 92 rated, and no thanks. I'll just skip that. So
yeah, they boost these Team of the Weeks like massively, but then when it comes to Player of the Month, they can't boost it.
Yeah, there are so many strange rules I think they have for boosting the players, so that doesn't make any sense to me. And trying to understand, and it's just a mess for me. But
I don't think they've got rules. Yeah,
they have to have something. But there are players with 3-4 same rated cards, just with small differences. So I don't know why they can't kind of boost them more. So it is what it is. But we got a huge SBC for once. Been a while since, I think, was it Eusebio, the one latest big one, that and Gullit, and Dalglish were the
best.
Mbappe.
Mbappe. Yeah.
So
there've been a few though. But
it's been a while since we had a big one, and we got the Trophy Titans Ginola, which cost around 2.7 million to do from scratch. So it's an expensive SBC.
Steve is shaking his head.
Because it's a card that's like 4 months old. What? Why? What,
and
the one
and
now?
untradeable. If they gave maybe 1.5, okay, it's up to. It costs 3 million on the market, but 1.5 for the SBC is untradeable. So,
But let's be honest, the reason he costs so much is because of lack of demand. It's not. It's like all the other cards. The reason that the other cards are more expensive this year isn't because they're better cards comparison to the curve. It's because there's just less of them. Because EA has fudged the pack rate. Oh, am I allowed to say that? Oh, I said it now. So
No, that's
yeah, but and most of the packs that are decent with good pack odds are untradeable. So,
yeah.
but you can't say this is a bad card, can you? I mean, it's 3
Ginola
months
card
old,
is-
but it's like
It's a very good card.
It's one of the
But-
best wingers available in game at period.
The thing is though, is he's already been like superseded by like all the cards that have had promos before him, like Eusebio and Dalglish. The only
Not
thing
a
is
winger.
that
Not
he's
a
got
winger, it's not 5-star, 5 stars.
Mbappe, yeah, but it's like you will have filled that position with a heavy rated card already, a high rated card already. You're not gonna like. It's too late. It's like when like you break up with someone because they don't buy you any ice cream, and they come up 3 months later in December and give you an ice cream. You're like,
But you
it's
still
too
have to pay
late.
for that ice cream.
Yeah, it's too late. Like, I don't want ice cream anymore. I've moved on. Like, it's winter season. I want fondue. Like,
But still,
you know,
if it's good ice cream though, mate.
Yeah, this is very good ice cream.
yeah.
But there are so many people sitting on high-rated fodder and complaining there's no big SBCs to do now. Now they got one. I would prefer, of course, it was Fantasy FC Ginola. That would be cooler, but you could probably double the price at least then for the SBC. But yeah, they could have done a little bit spicy Ginola, but yeah. It's still something to do, though.
But Fantasy Ginola would have been beautiful, and I would have been like, that's amazing. But because it's just an old card, I just think, like, do you know what else they could have done as well? And I don't know if they have done this because I haven't looked through all 15 of the SBCs. But it would be really cool is if for like one of the 90 ones, you got Kimpembe, because it's triple threat. So if they made it so you could get all the other three, that would have been cool. But like they did with Forlan.
Yeah.
But they didn't, so...
Yeah, they could have thrown in that Kimpembe card and some other cool linkable players. That would be... Yeah, I agree. Very good idea. At least when you put in a 90-rated... two 90-rated squads to start.
You might have changed my mind a little bit, Steve, there. Because I'm thinking like, yeah... If I would consider him or the 93 best, the 93 best looks more enticing because it feels newer. Not necessarily because it's a better card, but it's like, well, it's a different best. It's a special best you can only get from an SBC.
Yeah, it's not on the market.
Yeah, and that's a certain, has something to it. Like the Gullit card is like, okay, it's not a 90 card, but it's a Gullit. It's actually a pretty cool Gullit card. You can only get it through an SBC. Oh, this is one I'll grind for. Same with the Douglas card, right? Yeah, I actually think this is a good card. Let's put it out. I think this is a terrific card. But come to think of it, I might also lean into give us any other card that's SBC exclusive and that's on the current power curve of the game.
Yeah.
Although I still hate facing this card.
Yeah, I struggle versus the base card as well, so it's a nightmare in the right hand. So yeah, it should be good for the ones doing it. So, but I wouldn't do it just to put him on the bench. I would do him if he would start in my team, and I think he would. But if you're gonna do it to put him on the bench, maybe put a red evolution on him just for a little bit of flex, then there's better things to do, I think.
I can see people do that as well. By the way.
Oh, of course. I'm pretty sure we'll see lots of them.
I still have a couple of those red evolution things lying around. I still haven't put them on any players because my team is mostly icons, and Ingve convinced me it's really ugly on the icon. So now I'm afraid to apply it to anyone. And I applied it to Pirlo, and which I liked, and now I'm hating my Pirlo card. So thanks for that, Ingve.
You're welcome.
I don't see the big thing about red cards. I think it makes all the cards look crap. And, the only one that is really good to use it on is Mbappe, because you don't know what Mbappe is. And so then you can get some sort of advantage because you can be like, oh, well, what 92 Mbappe have I got? Ooh, nobody knows.
Ooh, which 5-star, 5-star? Ooh.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
And I just think that, I think the red cards are a bit naff, and people do enjoy it, so it's fine. But, I just think it a bit naff.
That's also because most of the cards design this year has been really good.
Yeah, that's where all their money has gone. All that pack money that people spend has gone on like designers to make nice cards to draw you in.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, they did do a good job with that money. Because whenever I look at the Kaka, especially like the Thunderstruck icons, these are just still brilliant. It's still the best looking cards in the game for me. Especially after you score, you see the little cloud with the Thunderstruck.
Yeah, Thunderstruck card design is awesome. That's true.
So give us more Thunderstruck cards. Ingve, I think it's safe to say we have mixed opinions about our friend Ginola.
Yep.
Let us know if you're going to do this. It's going to be a long poll. But if you're listening to the show, let us know in the comments or send us a message at FUT Coaching if you think Ginola is worth to win or not.
Yes.
Yes. That's a big sign to the next topic.
Yeah, the teams. We got a hero team and we got the normal team. We can start with the hero team. There's not too many players. There's like 8 players. Some interesting choices, of course. Some extinct players. There's 3 extinct. That's the Thomas Brolin, but I think that's because he's 290k max buy. So maybe he'll go for 400-500. But yeah, solid card. That Ramirez is probably really good. He's extinct as well at 4.8 millions.
Toure looks decent, don't you think, Steve?
Toure looks decent.
Toure looks like overrated, and anyone that has him
should just discard him.
Get their account banned.
Yeah.
Why we're doing this? Remember the last time when I opened the pack and got Netfed just before the promo happened, and we recorded the show, and he was talking about it all day during the show. During every single ad break, he brought it up. Ingve packed, of course, Toure before we started the show as well, from a 80+ play pick. So just putting it out there.
Yeah, thank you.
GG, mate.
Yeah, I'm very happy with that.
And remember I said we needed a Snyder card because he was the one lacking.
Yep.
We got Snyder. 6.6 million.
Yeah.
5-star.
I think that Toure is probably the best card, probably one of the best midfielders in the game, if not the best.
Yeah, they changed his work rate as well, which is awesome. He has a medium attacking and high defensive work rates as well now, which is very nice.
He looks like I don't want to see it, to be honest. It's one of those cards I just don't want to see it. The one person that you're lucky if you know one person that's going to get it, and now we know one person that's going to get it. That's got it. So that's it. The dream's gone. So yeah, honestly,
it's one of those cards that does look better when you do it red. Make it red though.
Yeah,
no,
maybe.
I don't think so.
I don't mind purple design, but I do mind purple when I have a red and blue jersey on though. Yeah. Oh boy. But anyways, back to Snyder. That card looks awesome, Ingve.
Yeah, Snyder looks good. Lucio looks very good as well, and he has a decent play style. Mascherano, of course, he's going to be very cheap. He's lacking things.
Though.
Yeah, they could have made him better. Quite a bit actually. Yeah.
He even looks surprised when you look at the dynamic image.
Yeah, it's like, why?
He's like, what did you guys do?
Yeah. Yeah.
Should do that in the thumbnail.
Yeah, he's surprised. They gave another Bompastor left back card now. 4-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot, high workers, and she got the whipped pass plus, which I'm a huge fan of. So
Her Champions League card was really good. Really good.
I have the Champions League card and it's really good, and with Pass Plus as well, and Relentless, she can run, and 96 stamina, so she should be able to sprint for 120 minutes without any problems. Normal, incisive pass and anticipate, quick step as well, so and she's gonna feel really fast. Good. Maybe not the strongest, but I still think she will be a menace to get past, and she probably will be overlapping in a lot of teams, I think. And you can play her left mid as well, of course.
Yeah, brilliant card.
Yeah. And she's not extinct, 1.175, so...
It's insane when we're happy and 1.175 left back is still in the market.
And left back, when there's been like, how many good left backs have there been SBCs for?
Exactly.
Well?
A few, yeah.
Yeah, it's mad.
Yeah, but as I said, the Ramirez card is quite crazy with intercept plus and ping pass, or incisive pass, is it? Ping pass plus. So that's a quite crazy card.
It is, but I'm upset that they got rid of Relentless Plus for it, because that was the card. That's like the best thing about the card, is that it was Relentless. Like, that is the most Ramirez-y thing about it. Like, I feel like even if the difference isn't that big, I feel like they shouldn't have got rid of Relentless Plus for it.
But he still has 98 stamina, so...
Yeah, I know it won't affect how good it is and how usable it is. I just think that, he's one of those players like Kante that should always just have it no matter what.
Yeah. So, he's like a taller Kante that can pass, so... It's a very good card.
But no disrespect for Kante, no.
That Kante is frustrating. He wins the ball and then just can't pass the ball 2 meters, and it's like, oh, come on. So yeah. McManaman card, another one, is probably not going to be in many teams. I think Chip's shot plus and technical plus playstyles.
He's got cheap shot?
Chip.
I thought you said cheap shot. I was like,
he has some cheap shots as well, probably. I think
so. The Champions League McManaman, I thought was one of the most underrated cards, but I never used it in draft, so that might be why. But he felt really good on the ball, so I'd be interested actually that if you get it, it might be worth trying him out.
Yeah, he got 12 plus 12 balance as well, so he'll feel even smoother than the Champions League card. I liked the base one when he came out, so I think that was a fun card to use. So
yeah, just as long as you don't have to listen to him speak, it's great.
That's a different story, of course.
Problem with these cards is just they are nice, but probably not on par with the current power curve anymore.
Yeah,
I remember getting the Champions League one and just tossing it into an SBC because we already did Salah and a couple of more of them.
It's just a shame that there's so many extinct and so expensive as well. So and it's kind of, well, not all are. Well, there's only one extinct in the main normal team. That's interesting. That's Declan Rice. He's extinct at 2.9 millions, but he has intercept plus and anticipate plus CDM with lots of good normal playstyles as well, with 99 stamina. So and some really good stats. He got medium attacking and high defensive work rates, 4-star skill, 4-star weak foot. He's going to be a really good CDM, I think.
I would put him at centre back. I would find a way to get him at centre back. He looks like he'd be one of the best centre backs in the game by a long way.
Yeah, he could probably. We can maybe compare him to Team of the Year Van Dijk and see how he comes, and John will be happy about that.
I'm
Well, it's almost the same card if you look at the total stats and total in-game stats. If you compare him with Team of the Year Van Dijk, it's not a huge difference, John.
Steve, I think it's time we go into our ad break. We'll be right back after this. Because, seriously though, we couldn't make this show without our fantastic Patreon supporters. So through patreon.com/FUTreview. And one of the benefits is that they get their support is an ad-free show. So if you're listening to this show message, you're not a patron yet. So here's our ad. Are you tired of losing versus true ball and cutback merchants? Sick of playing the same meta formation? Do you have to replace your controller every 2 promos because the game tilts you? Look no further to help. Check out futcoaching.com for one-to-one coaching. Use your professional data-driven analysis tools from NAC Sports as used by professional football clubs like Liverpool, the FA itself, Atletico Madrid, and many, many other teams. Become the meta and unlock your potential. So check out futcoaching.com for our options or reach out on our socials. And if you are supporting the Foot and Review podcast by being a patron through patreon.com/FootandReview, you get some amazing extra discounts on every single booking. So futcoaching.com for direct bookings or patreon.com/FootandReview for those extra discounts. Oh, and of course, obviously, as promised, if you book a session in the month of March, we'll donate it all to the Macmillan Cancer Support Foundation. Because if EA is not giving back, we certainly will. On to the show, Ingve. Welcome
And that's
back.
why I use Manscaped. Oh, sorry, John.
Back in the days.
Shave off a few losses from the weekend league matches.
Oh, we should have used them back then. Unfortunately,
sorry.
We're not going to go there. I want to talk about the second team, though, Ingve.
The Declan Rice?
No, I don't care about Declan Rice. I care about finally getting a Lieke Martens card and a Wiedema card. Yeah. Not looking bad either, honestly.
Yeah, that's true. But,
No, but just, you're like, oh, yeah, she's got 5-star skill moves, 240k for Lieke Martens, 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot, 88 and 86, 91 finishing, my friend.
Medium work rates.
I know, but I'm just trying to make it look good. I'm like, finally they get a card, and it's like...
Yeah, it's a good card, though. But she should probably get a few upgrades as well, at least 2.
True.
So she'll be 91 rated. Both the cards look good, but at least problem for the Arsenal player, she's injured. So
yeah, she's been injured all year. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, and she got injured again and had an operation on her knee, I think today actually. So she can probably just get maximum 2 upgrades.
Why have they put injured players in? Do you not like...
Yeah.
That's a good question. We discussed that this week, Ingve.
Yeah.
It's because of the preparation it takes to actually make a promotion and get the card ready, get the design ready, get it loaded up. And then when the promo hits, you just happen to see half of the team gets injured or suspended.
And they've got to send it to the Twitter accounts 5 days before so that hype is made.
Exactly, yeah.
the leakers, yeah. So is Chiesa injured or will he be?
Will he be? Probably, yeah.
He's 3.4 million for that Chiesa card. Is very interesting.
Is he injured? I know he doesn't play he hasn't played that. He's not been that good this season, has he? He's been outdone by the Turkish youngster. I can't remember his name. Who's really good.
No, I think he's recovered now, honestly. But
yeah, I think he's back from injury. Well, it's a very good card, but I still think 3.4 millions. He has 5-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot, but still 80 crossing. It's not too good for a winger, I think.
I do think that you could select your players and look at their injuries before you select them, for example. Because I just checked the injury that Chiesa had.
Yep.
And from 2021, he's been injured more than 300 days.
Oh my God. Yeah.
So it's not very uncommon he's injured, actually. So he's not injured at the moment. He's just coming back from it.
Yeah.
He returned in February, but he's out in February. He's been out for 10 days. In January, he's been out for 6 days. In December, he's been out for 5 days. In October, he's been out for 17 days. So yeah, no, although I do know it takes time to get a promo going, there are certain players which are more prone to get an injury than prone to get an extra goal for this promo. And I think this might be one of them.
This promo could have been perfect for Nkunku. He's like playing, and Thiago from Liverpool. That's it's so much injured. I feel really sorry for the players because they're really good players in real life and they struggle with the injuries. So it's not easy either with all the matches that the professionals are playing now. If they're going through in the cups, etc., it's a crazy amount of matches they play in a short amount of time. So no wonder they get injured, though. So, but I'll say
we are injured and we do 2 podcasts a week. So.
Yeah, that's true. But it's nice to see a few new names. I'm a little bit annoyed that they chose Luis Diaz from Liverpool.
I knew you were going to say that.
Because he just had a live card not too long ago with the road to the knockouts. Already really expensive then. And he also has an inform, and now he got another live card. I just want them to pick a player like Conor Bradley, for example. I was hoping he was going to be in Future Stars. He didn't. I was hoping Player of the Month, but then Diego Jota got that, and he already had a few cards as well. So,
The thing is, I do agree. Conor Bradley should have been a Future Stars. There's no reason why he wasn't. But I would say, I reckon the price of this Diaz, people are thinking he's going to get all 4. And I think he's probably the most likely player out of the whole set that's going to get all 4. Because he does contribute a lot of goals to Liverpool. Liverpool do have, tend to be quite good at scoring.
But they're facing Manchester City, so...
But Manchester, let's not talk about real football. We're here to talk about fake football. But they could score goals against Man City.
Yeah, but they have
40. They just won a cup.
There's 14 injured players now at Liverpool, so we'll see.
But you guys can only play with 11 on the pitch anyway, so
but
that's it.
It's quite a few important players out, so I don't know how long these young players can keep performing as well as they're doing. They've done great so far. But we'll see now versus Nottingham Forest, I think, away this weekend.
Yeah, see, that would be 7-0. So then you just got to get 7 more.
We'll see if they get a...
Nottingham Forest conceded a lot of goals. They've had 25% of the 3-2s in the Premier League.
Yeah, but Steve, Ingve is one of those fans which is afraid to be too positive because he's afraid if they lose, it's his fault for being too positive. I'm a Feyenoord fan. I have 35 years of pain having the same feelings, but I've learned that you got to be confident. This week we're playing PSV. They haven't lost a match yet. Yes, half our team is injured as well or suspended, but we're fighting as a team, and that's all that matters.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but you got no hope. They're going to smash the life out of that.
Yeah, I'm afraid so. But I definitely have to mark that for this Monday, though. Either going to be a funny social media clip or a very painful one. Thank you, my friend. Serious though, but you get plenty of Liverpool players every promo, Ingve.
That's of course nice, but I wouldn't be sad if there were some other good players from other teams as well. So.
Aston Villa should have had a person. They struggle to capitalise on the surprise teams like Girona, Aston Villa. There's always a few of them. Bologna from Serie A. There's always a few of these, even Stuttgart
Leverkusen.
Leverkusen, Stuttgart as well. They always fail to capitalise on what's happening in the real world, which is a bit strange. And maybe it does say, what John says, it takes a while to schedule these things, but it don't take that long that they couldn't think Ollie Watkins is one of the most favoured players in the world, in the Premier League at the moment. Let's give him a card. If it scores or assists, amazing.
Yeah, but they should have. Watkins, he already had a Centurion card, so he would be perfect for a recycle as well. So that's...
there's a lot of Villa players that could get Douglas Luiz, Leon Bailey, Matty Cash,
Tiabi, McGinn.
Yeah. Is that
Buendia is probably on loan now, isn't he? Or is he back? Or
He just knows it all. That's why we call him Mr. Football data. It's like he's just our
Sanioli would be perfect because he's a popular objectives player during the years, so he would have been perfect for this.
Yeah.
Closing off the promo, guys. Is there anything you guys want to add about the promo itself before we turn into the mailbag?
So, the two cards that I probably would want, the two cards that stick out to me on this one, other than obviously like Dembele, actually there's three. There's the Gaze, I think that's how you say her name.
Yeah, Gaze, yeah.
Yeah, she's really good.
Yep.
She's basically, she looks like she might, and if she gets upgraded as well, she'll be really, 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 really good. She's got a lot of stats, basically. So she's got like 99 agility off the bat without any upgrades. She's got like 94 physical, good finishing, good pace. She's going to be really good and 5-star weak foot. Candreva, I think might be like a bit of a little like cheap beast. He can play like, I don't know if this is still the trend. This is what I still do. At least one of my midfielders is like basically an attacker, like dressed as a sheep. Do you know, like little Red Riding Hood? Yeah. So, and he's just a wolf hidden as a sheep, and I think that's what Candreva might be because he's got good interceptions, decent defensive awareness, and he's a good attacker with 5-star weak foot. And I've been using Felipe Anderson there like the whole time, and he's amazing at it. And if I didn't have Felipe Anderson, I'd be using that Candreva. And the other one is Lise Malou. And the reason I want to highlight Lise Malou is because Brest are like second in the league. So you think like, who the hell are that team? But they're second in their league and he's like 14k. But if he gets like 3 or 4 upgrades, 14k for a couple of 90 rated ain't bad. So there.
Very good point.
Quick talk about Candreva though. Just to mention that he has the Power Shot Plus playstyle. One of the playstyles he's got, but that's a really good playstyle to have these days, especially since you've seen people more parking the bus, being more compact, on playing more narrow formations, or 3 at the backs, 5 at the backs to counter the 4-3-2-1 that's running rampart, of course. Power Shot is really good. Just 1 foot coaching tip of the week. Just hold both of your small triggers to take a Power Shot, right? But he's also got 99 shot power next to that Power Shot Plus.
And
so this
95 long shots as well, yeah.
This one breaks the net. I think coming from midfield, Steve, getting the ball and doing the power shots with him, practice it a little bit, but that could be one heck of a weapon to have in your team.
Probably just shoot from the midfield and then it's like blasting in. And he got
that's not the foot coaching tip I would give, but
if you're desperate in the last minute, you just shoot from midfield and he scores.
The other thing he has though as well is he has the incisive plus, which I know some people don't like, but I really like.
It's really good.
And
he's got 90 passing as well to go with that, with 90 vision. So
if they are sitting back, he'll also be able to spread the ball through to a good striker if if there's no shot on. So he
combine that with 5-star weak foot. I'm going to buy a couple of Candreva. Just going to put him on the team. Zidane, who's Zidane?
The only thing I would say about him is that
don't bring the hype down.
I don't want to bring. All right, just don't look at what his club are doing in the league because you just
upset. Yeah, I was like, he doesn't get much upgrade.
It looks like a good card. Very good.
No, these are the fun cards. Honestly, these are the cards that, if only they made them 87, so you can use them in the cup.
Yeah, that would be a monster card to have in the cup. I think that's probably why they didn't make him an 87.
He's already rising in price as well, Steve. How much did you say it was?
The Candreva was...
the Candreva was like 24k, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's now at 33. So, yes, we're not even live in the price.
Yeah, I was going to say, word spreads fast, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
Our listeners are like... Live listeners are buying them from the market now.
That's another perk of listening in live. Of course.
Yeah, live trading tips.
But good shouts to guys. We got some questions to go into though, guys.
Yep.
This one is interesting. It's from Nathan, of course, the scout. He says, "What should EA do to boost this game? There seems to be a lull in social media and in gameplay. folks are complaining about the game. Even Rival seems to be played like friendlies, where it's a race to rage quit. Content has been mediocre of late, I feel, and drop rates of top cards being extremely low. Not to mention the absolute gulf between attainable, affordable players and the next level players to improve your squad that will cost you a house, a kidney, and your pension. I have a feeling Nathan isn't quite positive with the game currently. Let's start with Steve. Steve, do you feel the same, or is there anything you wanted to highlight there?
So the problem is that I feel like you can get into an echo chamber, especially if you're like someone that watches a lot of content, or if someone that produces a lot of content, of saying there's not enough to do, the power curve's too sharp. But if you look at it from EA's point of view, they want the game to be accessible from September when it's released till June, July when they're selling the next one. The way that they've done it, this is the most accessible FIFA. If you wanted to start, if you went and got the game now for like 20 quid off of a like website or something, you could still get a good ultimate team in like 3 or 4 weeks quite easily from playing the game. And so from their point of view, and from that point of view, I think it's really good. I do think that there needs to be a refresh of the modes. Like, there's a lot of like friendly people hate friend. Like, people seem to like. The problem is that like everyone hates what everyone else is doing, and so how do you change what everyone else is doing? Is giving wins at 0-0 going to change that? Like, that's just going to make you sit through a game where someone just sits back for like 90 minutes or something like that, and that could be even worse for your like experience. Do you know what I mean? There's like every action has a reaction, and I think that they do need to introduce a new game mode. And like you said before, John, I would love them to, instead of doing it in friendlies, do it in FUT champs. Imagine if they said you got to have an 86 rated squad in FUT, an 88 rated squad in FUT champs, max 86 rated with no 88s in. That would be amazing. That would just like, everyone would have that. And what they should do if they do that is give you like, do you remember they used to give the schedule and it would say like...
for the next 4 weeks.
No, next 4 weeks.
Week is Brazil, the week after you need 5 German players in your squad, etc.
They should do it. Like in,
but also, there's no competitive edge anymore in Weekend League. Weekend League is, I know this is sounding like a heretic, but Weekend League is the casual mode, right?
Yeah.
You just play anyone, and there's no pro things aligned with it. There's no rating going along. It's just, this is what you do that weekend. Everything resets after. It's a perfect situation to do stuff like this.
Yeah, and that's it. And then Rivals, you could pin more like monthly sort of rewards on and make it really important, and like make it a really competitive mode where you don't allow objectives in it really. But you could do if you wanted to, because then the pros could, but you don't need to have that. And I do think that the way they've paced the cards is really good, because you can put multiple players in multiple positions and you can create the team to how you like it, to what players you like, and you're not out of kilter as much as in previous years where people would have the exact same 11 because everyone wants the meta, and there are 11, there's 14 players to pick from of 11 that 11 of the best are, and that's it. And I much prefer this way, and think that like someone that doesn't spend a lot of money can actually be really good and get like 16 wins in Weekend League and get quite high in Rivals quite easily. Sorry, Nathan.
No, but I get the general idea. People are complaining more than before, I think. But I am in your corner. I'm not that negative either about it, but I do get where they're coming from. And it is mostly to do with the show which we discussed this Tuesday, the topic we discussed this Tuesday of being everything is highly competitive. And that's why people like the cup this week, I think.
But who likes to lose? Like, you're playing an online game. Like, no one's going to be like, oh yeah, please give me a smashing, like a 4-0 smashing, please. Like, no, that's not how like online games work. Like,
no, but if you constantly play someone that's in a lower division because they don't care, but they're good enough to smack you around, then you only have a negative contest. I think that's the main issue.
Yeah.
So when you then jump into friendlies to unlock some players and you still face the same type of players, then it's I can definitely see the loss of enjoyment in that factor. Right?
Yeah, but I'm the guy that did it, so I can't really get angry at that.
No, I know.
So, whoops. Sorry.
Ingve, anything to add on Nathan's question and Steve's input?
No, I don't think so.
Then I got second question for you, but the second question is really quick, so I'll skip to the third question for you as well. Unfortunately, I can only see H, but H sends in, as a friendly got in fun. We discussed this, of course, so that's why we'll have a quit. But he says, I rediscovered how much fun of a in-form Myra Ramirez is, for example. Are there any cards that stood out from you? And we sort of mentioned it at the start of the show, but if you would name one card that's good for this mode?
Well, if you don't have the Gunter card, you can of course buy him. But if you have the wild cards, Kai Havertz at left back, he's really good for this mode. Kind of.
He's also not so bad in all the other ones.
No, and he's I think a lot of people have him and don't use him if they did the Alphonso Davies SBC. So he's kind of. And also, I think there is a fantasy card that's actually very cheap and fits this mode and surprised me actually. I was gonna kind of use an SBC, but I didn't, and that is, I think it's Beal or something like that, the Bayern Munich left midfielder, the female player.
Mm-hmm.
She is crazy good in this cup, and she scored so many goals for me. She could play wide, she played center mid, and she played striker. She performed really well, and that's a very cheap card as well. And also Politano is very good.
We're going back to FIFA 17 with Ingve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, Ingve. Adam asks if Ginola is worth doing, especially if you have Mbappe and stuff. And we already answered that. And he says, thank you for having me on the pod again with Daniel John. Well, it wasn't me necessarily, but it's good to have you back on. And if you don't know who Adam is, he was on Tuesday's show. Reminds me of a different Adam as well, Steve, but that's something else. We might have to do a reunion show sometime in the future. Hey, and last but not least, Daniel Wimby asks, is there such thing as a good card that is too good? I'd argue that Virgil van Dijk's gold card still being so elite heading into March suggests that they built it too strongly. Steve, what are your thoughts?
So, the thing is, I've encountered these cards. I played someone with a Cristiano Ronaldo team of the year, and when you see it, you're like, oh no, here we go. And then the thing was I beat them 3-0 in a rage quit, and he didn't touch the ball. And I don't think there's any player, there's only one player that's like the one ring to rule them all. I think that, yes, if you come up against someone who's really good, who's got a really good team, then it's really hard. But there's not one magic, there's not one silver bullet that there's not a Van Dijk killer. Do you know what I mean? That's going to make you smash Van Dijk. And so I think that with the way they've done all the cards, that actually there's not someone that's massively overly powered. You know, I think that they've done it okay. The only thing I would suggest, if I was at EA and I was messing around with it all, I would make Team of the Years go up in increments so that they go up. They're always above the power curve a bit, because we're going to get to a point now at Team of the Season when they're crap. People haven't realised this, but they're going to have 2 play styles and everyone else is going to have 3 play styles. They're going to have similar stats. They're going to be obsolete. So the window for Team of the Year this year is smaller than it has been ever before, because as soon as they start introducing 3 playstyle pluses, those cards are not as good. In my opinion, I don't know where you sit on stats versus playstyle, blah, 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 because it's all... This is the thing with these cards, is the way that you have done it is the picture of them is more complicated than ever. But I think with 3 playstyle pluses, they're not even going to be the best versions of cards in 2 months' time. So, you know, it's just the rarity of them that's difficult. The thing is, if you come up against a full PSV squad, that's when you need to be really scared.
Especially when they have De Jong at strike.
See, that they should have given... I remember once them giving De Jong, like, mad pace.
Yeah.
Like last year as an objective, and it was a really good card. They should have done that again. They should have just done it for them, the player of the month. They should have given him like 95 pace or something.
No, they shouldn't. But it's all right. It's quite all right. We lost Ingve, so we can't say goodbye to Ingve. But Steve, it's been a pleasure having you on, my friend. It's good seeing you again, and good here as well. You coming back?
Yeah, I'll be back. I'm happy to come back. I'll do a little recording for your 600th show as well.
We definitely appreciate that. And we'll talk about that. If you are on Spotify, you can check on the voice message and you can leave us a voice message. But you can also just DM us a little message you record with your video, with your telephone, mobile phone, whatever. Just send us a message and we'll make sure, as long as it's family friendly, we'll put it on the show, episode 600, which will broadcast April 2nd. And of course, we'll be making the full donation to Macmillan on April 2nd as well. Steve, it's been an absolute pleasure. And with Ingve gone, I have to see if you still know what to do, because there's just one thing left for us to do. And that is to
drop it.
Drop it.
Drop it.
F-U.
T.
F-U.
T.
F-F-F-U.
T.
F-U. T.
T.
T. Interview. F-U.
T.